From fears, stop believing that waiting means you're being left behind. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that if life isn't moving as quickly as they expected, then somehow they have already fallen behind. They watch other people celebrate promotions, relationships, financial success, or personal achievements, and they quietly begin asking themselves, why isn't my life moving like that? It doesn't happen all at once. It begins with small moments of comparison that slowly turn into doubt. Before long, they start measuring their worth by someone else's timeline instead of appreciating their own journey. But here's the truth. Waiting is not the same as losing. A delay is not a denial. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it will never happen. Every meaningful achievement has a season of preparation that most people never see. We admire the success, but we rarely witness the years of quiet work, hidden struggles, unanswered questions, and difficult decisions that came before it. Think about a seed planted deep in the ground. From the surface, it appears as though nothing is happening. Day after day, the soil looks exactly the same. If someone judged only by what they could see, they would assume the seed had failed. But beneath the ground, something remarkable is taking place. The roots are growing deeper, becoming strong enough to support the life that is about to emerge. Without that unseen preparation, the plant would never survive once it reached the surface. Life often works in the same way. There are seasons when it feels like nothing is changing. You continue praying, learning, working, improving, and showing up every day. Yet there is no immediate reward. Those are the moments that test your patience and your faith. They ask whether you will remain committed, even when there is no applause, no recognition, and no visible evidence that your efforts are making a difference. The greatest danger during these seasons isn't the waiting itself. It's allowing the waiting to convince you that you are failing. The moment you believe you're being left behind, you begin making decisions from fear instead of confidence. You rush into opportunities that aren't right for you. You settle for relationships that don't reflect your value. You abandon dreams that simply needed more time. Impatience has caused many people to walk away just before the breakthrough they had been hoping for. Instead of asking, why is everyone ahead of me? Ask a better question. What is this season teaching me? Every delay carries a lesson if you're willing to look for it. It teaches resilience, patience, wisdom, humility, and perseverance. These qualities cannot be rushed. Yet they are often the very things that allow someone to handle the blessing when it finally arrives. Remember that life is not a race where everyone starts at the same point or travels the same road. Every person has a different assignment, different experiences, different challenges, and a different purpose. Comparing your timeline to someone else's is like comparing sunrise in one part of the world to sunset in another. They both happen exactly when they're supposed to. Your responsibility is not to keep pace with everyone else. Your responsibility is to keep becoming the best version of yourself while you wait. Continue learning, continue growing, continue building your character, continue strengthening your faith. Every day you invest in becoming a better person is a day that prepares you for a greater future. There will come a moment when everything you've been waiting for begins to make sense. You'll look back and realize that the delay wasn't working against you. It was working for you. It was protecting you, preparing you, and positioning you for something greater than you could have imagined. So refuse to believe that waiting means you've been forgotten. Refuse to let comparison steal your peace. Refuse to measure your future by someone else's present. Keep moving forward with confidence, because what feels like a delay today may actually be the foundation of the greatest blessing your life has ever received. Use this season to become the person your blessing requires. When people think about waiting, they often focus on one question: when will my blessing finally arrive? But perhaps the more important question is this: who am I becoming while I wait? That question has the power to change everything. Most of us naturally become fixated on the destination. We dream about the opportunity, the relationship, the career, the breakthrough, or the life we've imagined for ourselves. We spend hours thinking about what we want, yet we spend far less time thinking about the kind of person who will be capable of sustaining those blessings once they arrive. The truth is, every blessing carries responsibility. Every opportunity demands character. Every dream requires a version of you that is stronger, wiser, more disciplined, and more emotionally resilient than the person you are today. If life handed you everything you wanted before you were prepared, the very thing you prayed for could easily become the thing that overwhelms you. Think about how often people receive success before developing the habits to manage it. Some achieve financial freedom only to lose it because they never learned discipline. Others find the relationship they always wanted but struggle to keep it because they never learned healthy communication, patience, or emotional maturity. The blessing wasn't the problem, the preparation was missing. That's why this season matters so much. The waiting season isn't empty space. It isn't wasted time, it is a classroom. Every challenge, every disappointment, every delay, and every unanswered question is giving you an opportunity to develop qualities that will serve you for the rest of your life. Instead of asking, "Why isn't my life changing?" ask yourself, "How can I change today?" Because the greatest transformation rarely begins around you. It begins within you. This is the season to build habits that future success will depend on. Develop consistency even when nobody notices. Practice discipline even when there are no immediate rewards. Learn patience when everything inside you wants to rush ahead. Strengthen your integrity by making the right choices when no one is watching. These quiet victories shape the person you are becoming. Use this time to invest in your mind. Read books that expand your perspective. Learn new skills that increase your value. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, instead of encouraging you to stay comfortable. Every lesson you learn today becomes part of the foundation you'll stand on tomorrow. Just as importantly, invest in your emotional strength. Learn how to stay calm during uncertainty. Learn how to handle disappointment without losing hope. Learn how to celebrate other people's success without comparing it to your own. These are not small victories. They are signs of deep maturity. A strong character allows you to remain steady, even when life feels unpredictable. Your faith can also grow in ways that only waiting can teach. It's easy to trust when everything is happening according to your plans. Real faith is built when nothing seems to be changing. Yet you continue moving forward with confidence. It is believing that your present circumstances do not have the final word over your future. Remember that every meaningful transformation takes time. A builder doesn't rush the foundation of a skyscraper because the height of the building depends on the strength beneath it. The same is true for your life. The bigger the purpose, the stronger the foundation must become. What feels slow today may actually be creating the stability your future will require. So don't waste this season wishing it away. Use it wisely. Become more patient. Become more disciplined. Become more compassionate. Become more courageous. Become someone who is ready not only to receive great opportunities, but also to steward them with wisdom and gratitude. One day, the door you've been praying for will open. The opportunity you've hoped for will appear. The blessing you've longed for will finally arrive. And when that moment comes, you'll realize something extraordinary. The greatest gift wasn't simply what you received. It was who you became while you were waiting. That is the true purpose of this season. Not just to prepare your blessing, but to prepare does you. Trust that every delay is quietly protecting your future. One of the hardest things to accept is that not every delay is working against you. When life doesn't unfold according to your schedule, it's easy to assume that something has gone wrong. You begin questioning your decisions, your abilities, and even your future. You wonder why certain doors remain closed while others seem to walk effortlessly into opportunities you've been praying for. In those moments, disappointment can become louder than hope. But what if the delay isn't a punishment? What if the delay is actually protection? Most of us judge our lives by what we can see today. We want immediate answers, immediate progress, and immediate results because certainty feels comfortable. Yet the truth is that our perspective is limited. We can only see the next few steps, while the future is filled with circumstances, opportunities, and challenges we cannot possibly predict. What feels frustrating today may actually be preventing a disappointment that would have been far greater tomorrow. Think about how many moments in your life only made sense after time had passed. Perhaps there was an opportunity you desperately wanted but didn't receive. At the time, it felt like failure. Months or years later, you discovered that accepting it would have led you away from something much better. Maybe there was a relationship you fought to keep, only to later realize that letting go created space for healthier connections. Perhaps there was a setback that forced you to develop new skills, meet different people, or discover strengths you never knew you possessed. In the moment, delays often feel unfair. In hindsight, they frequently reveal unexpected wisdom. Life has a way of protecting us from situations we are not yet prepared for, or paths that are not truly meant for us. That protection doesn't always feel comfortable. Sometimes it looks like a closed door. Sometimes it feels like silence after countless prayers. Sometimes it appears as another rejection when you believed you had done everything right. But not every closed door is a loss. Sometimes it is simply life refusing to let you settle for less than what you're capable of becoming. This doesn't mean every difficult experience is easy to understand. There will always be seasons that raise questions you cannot immediately answer. There will be moments when patience feels exhausting and uncertainty feels overwhelming. Yet those moments invite you to develop something incredibly valuable: trust. Trust allows you to keep moving forward without having every answer. Trust gives you the strength to continue growing instead of becoming bitter. Trust reminds you that your present circumstances are only one chapter of a much larger story. Instead of seeing every delay as evidence that you're falling behind, begin viewing it as an invitation to prepare more deeply. Continue improving your skills, strengthen your character, build healthier habits, deepen your faith, develop emotional resilience. Every day you spend becoming stronger is another day that prepares you for opportunities you may not even realize are coming. Consider how builders construct a bridge. Before the bridge is open to traffic, it undergoes countless inspections, adjustments, and stress tests. Those delays aren't signs that the project has failed. They're signs that someone cares enough to ensure it can safely carry the weight it was designed to bear. Your life often follows the same principle. Preparation may take longer than you expected, but it creates the strength needed for what lies ahead. It's also important to remember that timing changes everything. The same opportunity can either become a blessing or a burden, depending on when it arrives. Success without wisdom can create pressure instead of peace. Responsibility without maturity can become overwhelming. A dream fulfilled before you're ready may not bring the joy you imagined. Sometimes the greatest gift isn't receiving something sooner. It's receiving it when you're fully prepared to embrace it. So resist the temptation to interpret every delay as rejection. Refuse to believe that waiting means you've been forgotten. There are countless things happening behind the scenes that you cannot yet see. Growth is taking place. Character is being formed. Opportunities are aligning. Lessons are being learned. Pieces are coming together in ways that may only become clear later. One day you'll look back and recognize that what felt like an obstacle was actually guidance. What felt like disappointment became direction. What looked like a closed door protected you from taking the wrong path. And what seemed like lost time was quietly preparing you for the future you were always meant to step into. Until that day comes, keep believing. Keep growing. Keep showing up with faith instead of fear. Your delay is not proof that your future is disappearing. It may be the very reason your future is becoming stronger, wiser, and far greater than you could have imagined. Fun viewers build unshakable faith while nothing seems to be changing. There will be moments in life when it feels as though everything has come to a standstill. You wake up each morning with hope. You continue putting in the effort. You keep believing. And yet the circumstances around you appear exactly the same. The prayers seem unanswered. The opportunities don't arrive. The breakthrough you've been waiting for remains just out of reach. It's during these quiet seasons that many people begin to lose confidence. Not because they lack ability, but because they mistake silence for absence and stillness for failure. But some of the most important work in your life happens when nothing seems to be happening at all. Faith is easy when everything is going your way. It's easy to believe when doors are opening, when people are encouraging you, and when results are visible. The real test of faith begins when you can't see immediate progress. It begins when you continue moving forward without visible evidence that your efforts are paying off. It begins when you decide that your commitment will not depend on your circumstances. Think about the people who accomplish extraordinary things. Rarely does their journey move in a straight line. There are seasons of uncertainty, long stretches when no one notices their effort, and moments when quitting feels far easier than continuing. What separates them is not the absence of doubt. It is the decision to keep going despite it. They refuse to let temporary silence convince them that their future has disappeared. Faith is not pretending that life is easy. It is choosing hope even when life is difficult. It is refusing to allow temporary setbacks to define permanent expectations. It is believing that today's circumstances do not have the authority to determine tomorrow's possibilities. Imagine climbing a mountain surrounded by thick clouds. There may be moments when you can't clearly see the summit. You might even question whether you're still on the right path. But the mountain hasn't disappeared simply because your vision is limited. The destination still exists, even when you cannot see it. In the same way, your purpose doesn't vanish because your progress feels invisible. Sometimes the next step of your journey requires trust more than certainty. This season is teaching you something incredibly valuable. How to become steady when everything around you feels uncertain. Anyone can stay motivated when life is rewarding them. True strength is developed when you remain disciplined without immediate applause. Continue showing up. Continue learning. Continue improving. Continue treating each day as another opportunity to become the person you're called to be. One of the greatest enemies of faith is comparison. The moment you begin measuring your progress against someone else's journey, you begin losing sight of your own purpose. Everyone's path is different. Some people experience quick success, others build slowly over time. Neither path determines your value. Your assignment is not to race against others. It is to remain faithful to the journey that has been placed before you. During these waiting seasons, guard your thoughts carefully. The conversations you have with yourself matter. If you constantly tell yourself that nothing will ever change, you'll begin living as though hope no longer exists. Instead, remind yourself that progress often starts beneath the surface. Just as roots grow long before a tree becomes visible, personal growth often takes place long before external success appears. Use this season to strengthen your daily habits. Read something that challenges your thinking. Develop skills that prepare you for future opportunities. Spend time reflecting on the kind of person you want to become. Build routines that create discipline instead of depending on temporary motivation. Every small act of consistency is a vote for the future you're creating. Most importantly, refuse to let discouragement become your permanent mindset. There will be difficult days, and it's perfectly natural to feel frustrated at times. But don't allow a temporary emotion to become a permanent conclusion. Feel the disappointment, learn from it, then keep moving forward. Every day you choose perseverance over surrender is another day your character becomes stronger. One day, you'll look back on this season with a completely different perspective. You'll realize that while you thought nothing was changing, everything was changing. Your patience became stronger, your confidence became deeper, your character became steadier, your perspective became wiser. The external breakthrough may have taken time, but the internal transformation was happening all along. And perhaps that was the greatest miracle of the waiting season. It wasn't simply preparing a blessing for you. It was preparing you to carry that blessing with humility, strength, and gratitude. So don't lose heart because today looks ordinary. Don't assume that silence means your story has stopped. Keep believing, Keep growing. Keep taking the next faithful step, even when you can't see the entire path. The strongest faith is not built in moments of certainty. It is built in the quiet seasons when nothing seems to be changing. Yet you choose to believe that your greatest days are still ahead. Fold your arms, prepare for the opportunity before it arrives. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that preparation begins after the opportunity arrives. They tell themselves, when I get the chance, then I'll work harder. When the promotion comes, then I'll become more disciplined. When the right relationship appears, then I'll learn how to communicate better. When success finally finds me, then I'll become the person I need to be. But life rarely works that way. The opportunities that change your life are usually given to the people who have already been preparing long before anyone noticed. Success is often the reward for invisible preparation. The world may celebrate the moment someone steps into a new season, but very few people see the countless days, months, and even years spent getting ready for that moment. Think about an athlete preparing for a championship. The trophy is won on one day, but the victory is built through thousands of ordinary days. Long before the crowd applauds, they wake up early, train when they don't feel like it, recover from setbacks, and keep improving when nobody is watching. The championship doesn't create the champion. It reveals the preparation that has already taken place. Your life follows the same principle. The opportunity you've been praying for may arrive suddenly, but your ability to embrace it will depend on what you've been doing during the quiet seasons. That's why waiting should never be confused with doing nothing. Waiting is not an invitation to become passive. It is an invitation to become prepared. Ask yourself an honest question. If the opportunity you've been hoping for arrived tomorrow, would you truly be ready for it? Then would you have the discipline to manage it wisely? Would you have the confidence to step into it without fear? Would you have the emotional maturity to handle the pressure that comes with it? Would your habits support the life you've been dreaming about? These are important questions because opportunities often arrive without warning. Life rarely sends an announcement saying, "Get ready. Your breakthrough will come next month." More often, the door opens unexpectedly, and in that moment, preparation becomes more valuable than potential. Too many people spend their energy wishing for a different future while neglecting the work that would make them ready for it. They dream about becoming successful, but they avoid developing consistent habits. They hope for meaningful relationships, but they never invest in becoming emotionally healthy. They want influence, yet they don't build integrity. They desire growth without embracing the process that growth requires. Real preparation begins long before anyone notices the results. This season is your opportunity to strengthen the areas of your life that no one else can see. Build self-discipline by keeping promises to yourself. Develop wisdom by learning from both your successes and your mistakes. Improve your communication. Expand your knowledge. Practice gratitude. Strengthen your character. Every small improvement becomes part of the foundation your future will stand upon. It's also important to prepare your mindset. Many opportunities are missed not because people lack talent, but because fear convinces them they're not ready. They hesitate, overthink, or doubt themselves until the moment passes. Confidence isn't created overnight. It grows through repeated acts of courage. Every time you choose growth instead of comfort, you're teaching yourself that you're capable of more than you previously believed. Preparation also means becoming comfortable with responsibility. Every blessing brings new expectations. Greater success often requires greater discipline. Greater influence demands greater humility. Greater opportunities call for greater wisdom. The life you've been praying for will ask more of you than the life you're living today. That's why personal growth must always come before lasting success. Remember that builders never wait until the roof is needed before laying the foundation. Farmers don't wait until harvest season before planting seeds. Musicians don't wait until the concert to begin practicing. Preparation always comes first because the visible result depends on the invisible work that came before it. Your future is asking the same thing of you. Use today's ordinary moments to prepare for tomorrow's extraordinary opportunities. Read when others are scrolling. Learn when others are complaining. Practice when others are procrastinating. Stay faithful to your routines, even when no one applauds your effort. Every decision you make today is quietly shaping the person you'll become. There will come a day when the opportunity you've been waiting for finally arrives. To everyone else, it may seem sudden. They'll say you were lucky, that everything happened overnight, or that you were simply in the right place at the right time. But you'll know the truth. You'll know that the opportunity didn't begin on the day the door opened. It began in the quiet mornings when you chose discipline over excuses. It began in the difficult seasons when you refused to quit. It began in the moments when you kept believing, learning, and growing, even when no one noticed. So don't waste this waiting season wishing your future would come faster. Use it to prepare with purpose. Become stronger in character, wiser in judgment, steadier in faith, and more disciplined in your daily habits. Because when your opportunity finally arrives, you won't have to scramble to become ready. You'll already be the person your future has been waiting for. Kafikos, your greatest blessing will come at the perfect time. Not the fastest time. We live in a world that celebrates speed. We want instant results, instant success, instant answers, and instant change. If something takes longer than expected, we immediately assume that something is wrong. We begin to believe that faster always means better. We compare our timeline with everyone else's and wonder why our own journey seems to be moving more slowly. But here's a truth that can completely change the way you see your life as. The greatest blessings are rarely the fastest ones. They are the ones that arrive at the perfect time. There is a difference between getting what you want quickly and receiving what you truly need at the right moment. Timing has the power to change everything. The very opportunity that would have overwhelmed you 5 years ago might become the greatest blessing of your life today, because you have grown into the person who can now carry it. Think about how many things in life cannot be rushed. A tree does not become strong overnight. It grows season after season, developing deep roots that allow it to stand firm during storms. A masterpiece is not created in a single afternoon. Every brushstroke matters. Every detail requires patience. Even the strongest relationships are built over time through trust, honesty, consistency, and shared experiences. The most valuable things in life are never produced by hurry. The same is true for your future. Sometimes you believe you're waiting on your blessing, but in reality, your blessing is waiting on the version of you that is ready to receive it. Life is not only arranging opportunities, it is also shaping your character. Every challenge you overcome, every lesson you learn, every disappointment you survive, and every act of perseverance is preparing you to handle what is coming next with greater wisdom and gratitude. It's easy to become discouraged when you see other people reaching milestones before you. Social media makes it appear as though everyone else is moving ahead while you're standing still. You see promotions, businesses growing, weddings, dream homes, exciting opportunities, and moments of celebration. Without realizing it, you begin measuring your private journey against someone else's public highlights. But comparison creates an illusion. You don't know the full story behind anyone else's success. You don't know the sacrifices they made, the struggles they endured, or the battles they continue to face. More importantly, their timeline was never meant to define yours. Your life has a unique purpose, and that purpose unfolds according to its own season. Imagine watching a beautiful movie and deciding to skip straight to the final scene because you can't wait to see the ending. Yes, you'll discover how the story finishes, but you'll miss every lesson, every challenge, every relationship, and every transformation that made the ending meaningful. The journey gives the destination its value. Life works the same way. If every dream came true the moment you wished for it, you would miss the growth that prepares your heart to appreciate it. You would miss the patience that teaches endurance. You would miss the wisdom that comes from overcoming obstacles. You would miss becoming the person your future needs you to be. That is why perfect timing is always more valuable than quick timing. There will be moments when you question whether your breakthrough is ever going to come. You'll wonder if all your hard work is making a difference. You'll wonder whether your prayers are being heard. Those moments are not signs to give up. They are invitations to trust more deeply than before. Instead of focusing on how long the journey has been, focus on how much you've grown along the way. Think about the strength you've developed, the lessons you've learned, the resilience you've built, and the perspective you've gained. You are not the same person you were when this journey began. You are wiser, you are stronger, you are more patient. You are more capable than you realize. And perhaps that's exactly why the blessing hasn't arrived yet. Because it isn't simply about receiving something new. It's about becoming someone new. When the right opportunity finally comes, you'll understand why every delay mattered. You'll see that every closed door protected you from something that wasn't meant for you. Every disappointment redirected you towards something better. Every waiting season strengthened you for the responsibility that was coming. Nothing was wasted. Every chapter had a purpose. One day you'll wake up and realize that everything happened at exactly the right time. The opportunity will arrive when you're prepared to embrace it. The relationship will come when you've learned to value yourself. The breakthrough will happen when your character is strong enough to sustain it. And in that moment, you'll be grateful that life didn't simply give you what you wanted quickly. It gave you what you needed at precisely the right time. So don't rush your journey. Don't lose hope because the process feels longer than expected. Don't mistake a delay for a denial. Keep learning, keep growing, keep believing, keep preparing. Continue becoming the person your future requires, even when progress seems invisible. Because your story is still unfolding. The waiting season is not the end of your journey. It is the foundation of your greatest blessing. And when that blessing finally arrives, it won't simply be worth the wait. It will prove that every lesson, every challenge, every tear, every unanswered question, and every step of faith was leading you to a moment that could only happen at the perfect time. Not the fastest time. Ners, the perfect time. Tofem says, ending of the speech. As we come to the end of this message, I want to leave you with one final thought. If you're in a waiting season right now, don't see it as a sign that your story has stopped. See it as a chapter that is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Some of the most important victories in life are born in moments that look ordinary, quiet, and even disappointing. While you may not see dramatic change every day, never underestimate what is happening beneath the surface. Remember, every challenge is building your strength. Every delay is teaching you patience. Every setback is giving you wisdom. Every closed door is directing you toward a better one. Nothing you've been through is meaningless if you allow it to shape your character instead of steal your hope. The person who keeps believing when nothing seems to be changing is the person who is ready when everything finally begins to change. Don't let temporary frustration convince you to abandon a future that may be closer than you think. Stay faithful to your journey. Continue learning, continue growing, continue preparing. The work you do today is creating the life you'll live tomorrow. One day, you'll look back on this season and realize that what felt like waiting was actually preparation. You'll understand that every difficult moment was building the courage, wisdom, discipline, and resilience you needed for the blessings ahead. The timing that once confused you will eventually make perfect sense. So walk forward with confidence, not fear. Choose patience instead of panic. Choose growth instead of comparison. Choose faith instead of doubt. And above all, never stop believing that your best days are still ahead of you. Your journey has a purpose. Your waiting has a purpose. Your life has a purpose. Keep moving forward one step at a time. Because the season you're in today is preparing you for a future greater than you can currently imagine. Thank you for spending these moments with me. If this message encouraged your heart, don't let it end here. Carry it with you into tomorrow. Let it influence your choices, strengthen your faith, and remind you that no season lasts forever. Your greatest blessing is not defined by how quickly it arrives. It is defined by how perfectly it fits the person you've become. Stay patient, stay faithful, stay prepared, because the best chapter of your story is still waiting to be written.